Hey, yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Now, in my last video, we went over where to write JavaScript. I went over the fact that I like to use Microsoft Visual Code. It's my preferred, and I mentioned there are other ones, but I didn't go in specific details with them, so I just want to let you know that. But on this next video, what I want to do is we didn't go over how to set it up or how to start a page or to start writing some JavaScript code. So I'm going to focus on this video, and maybe we'll throw in a couple of things in there. Maybe we'll go over what we previously did, go over the variables again, and we'll probably end the video with some sort of conditional statements that we went over with an if and else or else ifs. So all right, man, so I went over yesterday, we talked about where I downloaded this visual code. So if you followed my previous video, then you already know that, or you have an idea where to get it and where to download it from. So assuming that you already did download it, let's open up the Visual Studio Code. It's gonna take up a little bit of time. Whoops, ignore this. All right, so usually when you start it up, you'll come up to this page right here. If you're a Mac user, I mean, you already have your tab within your application, but I mean, if you're not a Mac user, Windows user, then you already have your tabs within the software or within the program. But since it's a Mac, I have it up here. So anyways, you're just gonna open up a new one, or open up a new file. And for you to start writing JavaScript, you have to name the file a JavaScript file. And the way you do that is, right now, as you can see right here, is untitled. And that's usually that's going to happen for every title. So what you want to do is you just go to File, and you want to save as. So you can give it a name. It's important where do you save your file. So right now, as you can see right here on this sidebar right here, right now it's currently in my Nick folder, or my personal account to this computer. So for this purpose, I'm gonna save it. Let's go to desktop, right? So I'm gonna put it in the desktop, and say I want to put this in a folder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new folder, and I'm gonna call it whatever folder I want to call it. So in this case, I'm gonna call it test. No, you know what? I'm gonna call it a folder. So I'm all there you go, a folder. I'm always camel casing. So, and I'm gonna hit the create. Now, once I'm inside this folder, which I am currently right here, or if not, you can just go up to this tab up here and then find your place within that folder. Next, because the file is still untitled, you just delete it, and then you're gonna save it. And I'm gonna call this for video purposes index.js, and then hit save, and that's it. Look it. And then you can write some JavaScript code here. I'm gonna put my name Nick. Let's see what happens. Now, what I'm doing here right now is going to the desktop, because I'm going to run this code here really quick. If you can see, Nick from the console.log result, or the method I use up here to run my name in the terminal. But that's working in that way. That is one way to ensure that your JavaScript code is working. But for you to run it down here in this terminal area, that you need to have node.js, and I haven't done anything or talked about it at all, so we're not going to do that. So I'm going to move from that. I just want to show that as an example, but I'm going to move from that, and then I'm actually going to show you how to get it in the Google Chrome or whatever web browser you're using. So once you created the index or the JavaScript file, the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need an HTML file. And the way, same concept, but what we're going to do is, add file or go to file, new file. You got to make sure that you're in, well, this one, in this case, it just gave me the file right here, but save as, but make sure that that your index.js file or your JavaScript file and your HTML file are within the same folder and the same root folder. So I'm going to say this one is index.html, and then I'm going to hit save. And then as you can see now, it's a HTML page. I'm going to put some, I think I remember this. I don't think I remember. I don't remember it, so I'm going to find it. So, I'm going to put in the basic HTML. I usually go W3 Schools for a lot of my sources, so I think W3 Schools is very helpful. I'm just going to copy this example of a basic HTML document. So, and then I'm going to replace this with this. And then, as you can see, you have a basic HTML page, with the body and the HTML opening and closing tags. You can see right here now that if you follow my videos, you're probably familiar with this HTML page, because that's how I usually start scripting, writing the script element or the script tag in the HTML code. But obviously, I'm going to leave that alone. But down here, you already know the deal, right? We go over this every time, every other video. Script source index.js and close the script tag. And if everything is correct after you save it, I'm going to open index.html. Open up. Okay, hit the refresh. And if anything, if I did everything correctly, then everything will be popping up, or at least my name and the console.log that I created will be in there. See? Okay, so it's working. So, I mean, there's really nothing much. There's no really tricks to this, but just exactly as I did it, it's just the way that you can properly start writing some JavaScript code on your text editor. I'm going to add it says that's all for my video for today, and thanks. You're probably wondering, like, why didn't I do this from the jump? And the simple answer is I just didn't think about it in the beginning. So of course there was a request from somebody that watched my video, so I thought I just went go over it really quick. And then the way the video ended is the way I usually start the other videos, by writing a script and then doing a console.log test to see if it's working. But hey man, I hope this is helpful, and if you are brand new to JavaScript and looking to start coding, then that's just an introduction. with one text editor, which is Microsoft VS Code. But I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, so peace.